Learning doesn't always happen in classrooms, it happens in encounters. I'm Bernardo Limas, project coordinator for CAIS 1515, and this is Clear Talks, born from the Clear training course co-funded by the European Union. So, hi everyone, thank you for being here with me today, and we are discussing the power of non-formal education. What makes non-formal education so transformative? What are the advantages of not being like in a seminar and being co-creating and co-learning with each other?
I do think a non-formal education allows you to have curiosity. At the end, the education is a system, is a framework that you have to be in and follow this kind of structure and instructions to be part and to continue. But when you are out of that, normally it's because you want to learn. So it allows you to develop and to be really focused on the things that you like, or at least learning in other ways that at the end you could remember because you have the practice.
Hi everyone. I think that the approaches of that non-formal educations are in the most of the cases different from the classrooms. I think that it could help you to focus directly in the topic, and by doing this you could learn something faster than maybe going to classrooms. And I think that as being non-formal, it's more attractive for the people because it's not as a normal class, and that makes more also effective for the people that participate in this project.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Esteban Algor, and I'm so happy first of all because this table is the Spanish table with the Bernardo presidency, and
In Portugal, we would call this Portuñol.
Portuñol.
But,
Sí.
but like it's a mixture of Spanish and Portuguese. But in Portuguese or Hispanic languages, it's make more sense.
Sí. Yeah, thanks for your opinion. Very interesting. Yeah, I think in a non-formal education you have the opportunity to make all the season in a more active way, and you have this opportunity different to the normal season, and yeah, all time the structure maybe no it's the same, have a little change, but it's part of the non-formal experience, and it's interesting.
I am Leire. I'm from Spain, and I'm happy to be here. For me, it's a very good opportunity for young people to have this kind of Erasmus Plus, because I think it's a really good thing to be like learning things by doing and not by only studying like in normal schools. I think this can promote a lot like creativity and critical thinking for everyone. And I think that is like the most attractive things for the European people that can be participating in one of these.
So, do you think that schools should be creating more spaces like this during the year, or do you think that this could be done outside of the school? What's your favorite method?
I will say for nowadays it will take a lot of time to be these kind of things integrated into the system, because at the end it's not part of it. So I think the way we have done it is the perfect one, because for education of the young people, they need a structure. They need to follow some kind of guidelines to be part of for the state and the society. And I think it is needed to be just in this world. But I also think this kind of things, that when they are integrated in some activities and they get this kind of free time and they have the option to do it or not, just because when they get older, I think it's a really good way, because now they have seen what we are doing, if they like it, how it works, and how it's going to be and the opportunities they have. And I will really appreciate it, because if I was 16 at that time and I have seen this, I would be really curious, like, oh, I can do this when I'm older. They are not taking part of my education, but also I'm learning, because I got to talk with some of them, and we had a really nice talk, and they are like not friends, because at the end we have different ways, but we got a really good team with Esteban and the kids, and I think that is pretty awesome.
Okay, well, I think that it has to be a mix of both, because of course it's impossible to just make this kind of courses, and also as we are human, and in some of the cases these are more focused, I think, on kids and teenagers. The monotony, like going every day to class, I think that kill the expectation of these teenagers. And as I saw here, like these days when we share different skills with the teenagers, like I realized that they really enjoy it. And also I think that doing that, you could maybe improve their mind, their brain, like, and I think that it's a good thing to implement in the whole Europe, because as we was saying, our educational type of teach, it hasn't changed until now, and I think that we could start to changing step by step, because it's difficult to change so much things. But I think that this is too helpful also for us, not just for the kids. And I think that it was a very good idea to do in this school.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. For me, it's the same. With Paula, make a so good job, and with the team with all the Portuguese students. And in my career, for example, have some activities different to the normal season with a teacher. But yeah, why not to try to take these methods and put in the school, because it's a good experience to share things with other people. Erasmus is so good because have people from other countries. This is good also. And yeah, maybe depends what type of studies you are making in the university or in a school. But I think ever you can find something to implement this type of methods.
Well, I agree with all of them, because for me in Spain, I think also for everyone here, we didn't have this opportunity in our high schools and schools, because in Spain a lot of people didn't know about this kind of opportunities. So that's why I think it's really important to have this kind of methods, because it's a really good opportunity for young people to participate in this kind of projects. I think it can promote a lot of diversity and also cultural knowledge about other countries, and also you can make a lot of friends of other nationalities, and you can start speaking other languages. So I think it's a really good opportunity.
What are some stories that show this kind of learning in action? What, based on what we have done with Jogueira youngsters, Jogueira students, what do you think that you retain from this experience with them? What do you think it can be replicated in the near future, and what do you think that you will take at your countries, and what will they take at for their future?
Now, well, what I'm going to remember more of this kind of activity with the Portuguese students, I think it's more about the Portuguese culture and how they are, because I'm really surprised. When I was their age, I didn't see my generation. It's not that age difference, but they have that curiosity, and they speak so well English. Like some of them, I was surprised. I didn't get to talk with them, Spanish, Portuguese, like in a really weird way. But at the end, we get along. They have a lot of curiosity. They divide the work. They cooperated, and I was like really surprised about the new generations, because I have family. I have young cousins, but it's not like really young or really old. I didn't have anyone in the middle, just me. And when I get to see them and I get to see about the new generations, I think it's not true about the things they are saying. I agree with the one thing my Italian partner said the other day. I think they are like really well prepared, and they are really conscious about the things they are and the things they are doing. And I think this is one of the things I take the most about this activity, because you get to see them as who they really are.
Well, I'm agree with Paula. I think that the teenagers was open to participate and to cooperate and everything. I honestly didn't expect that. That means that, of course, the education here is doing the things well, because as Paula said, in Spain our educational system is different, and it's how can I say, its approach. It's just to go to classroom, repeat the lessons, and do an exam. It's like also, I don't think that is something cultural, because like we are neighbors and we have a lot of similitudes, and I think that they will take in mind about us and about the good memories that we had doing the activities. And for me, I will also have memories from Portugal, from the teenagers, and from the educational system of Portugal that are doing the things better than in other countries.
Thank you. Yeah, I think more or less the same. The memories from Portugal for me have something special for the students. So I don't know, because maybe you can influence the people in the way you make the dynamics, because the energy can share in every moment, and maybe depends how do you start the activities. You can influence a little, and also, yeah, the people are so open, but it depends the topic, the moment of the day, the context is very important also. Yeah.
I think I will take home that the education is getting better, because, as Paula said before, in Spain we are not used to have this kind of education. So for me, it was a bit surprised that the kids were so with that initiative and speaking that well in English. And well, I think this is what I take home.
I will now say a sentence that I probably will put in a tote bag, so now it's mine and no one can steal me. Non-formal education is where curiosity becomes change. This was an episode of Clear Talks. Thank you so much for being here with me. Clear training course is co-funded by the European Union, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, see you.